Hello and welcome to Community Forum, a community service of CAN TV. I'm your host, Karina. Today we're on location at Whittier School in the Pilsen neighborhood to talk about what's happening between the community and those in charge. We're here today at what they call the Casita at Whittier School, and I have the pleasure of talking with both of you. And maybe what we could do, Araceli, if I can ask you first, and Lisa will take a moment, if we can sort of frame the issue. What's going on? Why are we at Whittier School today?
Well, we're here again at another sit-in because obviously CPS did not respect what was said with Huberman, and we didn't even finish our dialogue with Huberman at the first sit-in. With Broussard, it was like we got ignored between Broussard and between Huberman and Broussard now. We went to board meeting after board meeting, trying to tell them the importance of not having the library inside the school. And again, we were ignored. And our only way to stop this is doing again what we did is do another sitting and stop the construction workers to do the library inside.
So for the person who maybe there's some people out there who aren't familiar with what's going on, we're here in Pilsen, and we're talking about an elementary school that at this point, and you help me if I misunderstand. My understanding is that on the second floor there's a space that's currently been used by special education. Is that correct?
The room they picked for the library is not used as special education kids. The technique the CPS is saying, because they're saying they're not using the CPS, the special education kids, it's true. But what they're doing is the room is being used, I believe, for 7th grader. But those students are going to be moved to the room that is used for the special education kids. So they're taking them and then take the special education kids' room. They're not literally taken there, but they're going to be moved.
So it's a matter of displacement.
Exactly.
So we have 7th graders who are going to move to the space where the special education occurs currently.
Yes.
The idea is to destroy the building that we're in right now, which is known as the Casita, which is the makeshift library.
Yes.
Put the library up in that space and virtually displace the special education children.
Yes.
And the parents are up in arms beyond words.
Yes. Well, to take you back from the first sitting, the purpose we did the first sitting because this space from the Casita was going to be given to Cristo Rey to become a soccer field. And they had paperwork and everything, how they were going to tear it down, move the playground, part of the parking space for the teachers, so this could become a soccer field for a Catholic private school. So our thing was, why are you taking the little space that Whittier has to give it to a private school? And this is why we said here, because the Casita was going to be destroyed on a Friday, I believe it's September 18th, and we did the sitting on September 15th, the Wednesday, to save the demolition of this building.
And let's be, and if I don't mean to be offensive in any way, but this is a pretty depressed area. This is not a wealthy area. This is a low-income area. A lot of the parents in this area, I'm assuming, are doing physical labor. It's not a highly educated neighborhood. Right. And yet, what kind of response did you get to the sit-in? Positive,
through the activists, not politically, because unfortunately, Alderman Solis, first sit-in, nothing. He came. The day he came, it was like, yeah, we tried talking to him. The second time he came with police officers. So activists, neighborhood was positive. Politicians and board, CPS, negative. Why? And my thing is this, that like you said, we're low income, we're Hispanics. And this is the thing that bothered me the most at the first sit-in is because we were not being criticized by, people want a library, these people want to save a building. No, it was, these are moms, they're immigrants. This is low-income moms. Why is it that we have to be pointed at? Oh, you're Hispanics, you can't get this. Or your children, okay, they're born here, but unfortunately the parents are immigrants, they can get that. And I believe in equally. Other public schools have libraries, have science labs, we had to fight to get our school renovated. CPS did not give us a cent. We fought and kept talking with the TIF until the TIF money gave us. And that's how the school got renovated. Because if you would have seen the condition of that school before, I mean, it was something that you're like, I won't bring my child here. And do you have a choice? I have to work. I don't have the luxury to send my daughter to a suburb school or another private school. I can't afford it. Why? Because I'm a divorced person. My income is the only thing. But why can my daughter have equally education as anybody else? Don't matter by color, race, or anything. It has to be equal. CPS has to understand this. It's equally for everybody, not only for us, everybody through the city.
I think that would be why we would call it equal.
Exactly.
If it's not everybody, then it's not equal.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Lisa, you bring in a different perspective.
Yes, I would just like to comment about activists and the media coverage that we've had about activists that are helping us. I myself am a community activist. I work with an environmental group and a group for immigration. I also do whatever I can to help the community whenever possible, being that I am a resident of Pilsen, and my children have attended Whittier Elementary. This will be the second year. And they're doing really, really well. I have an 11 and 13-year-old that comes to the school, and my daughter's in gifted 7th this year, and my son is in 8th. I just want to say that I was a little, I don't mean to say offended, but surprised at the fact that the Chicago Tribune called the activists agitators. And all I want to say is that we come together in solidarity, and the whole point of being an activist is standing together and united with people in the community for a cause. And when the opportunity comes, in exchange, we will be in solidarity with them for their cause. In addition, this is a learning experience for people in the community and the children. So, whatever kind of media that we get, either bad or good, we are in the public eye, and that's exactly what we want. And, all I have to say is that there is no really bad media when really most of the articles were supporting the mothers and children for taking a stand. And as far as our building here, it's a green building, and the reason I'm here is fighting for the renovation of La Casita into an eco-friendly green building, because there's environmental racism in this community. We have a major coal plant here, which causes 41 deaths a year, and children with asthma. It's called the Fizz plant. H. Kramer, a brass smelter, and another adjacent coal plant in Little Village. This is a low-income community and a Latino community. And why do we have to have such strife here? The perfect option is to have an eco-friendly building in the community where the children and community members can learn about how to have a green environment, how to recycle, and how to have a better way of living. And I see nothing wrong with that. And just like I said, I put on my Facebook that La Casita is like a giant washing machine just full of agitators cleaning all the CPS dirt and lies until they come out clean. And that's the way I see it, obviously. And we're here for each other.
So, you did make a reference earlier about that when Mr. Huberman was at the helm, that you were in dialogue with him, and then he left, and now he's been replaced. And where does your dialogue stand? Where are you in the process?
We didn't get it was said we were going to have 4 meetings. So we only went down to the 3rd meeting. At our 3rd meeting, they showed their proposal, and we were ready to show a proposal, and they literally didn't let us show our proposal. And after the 3rd meeting, Huberman quit, resigned, whatever it is that they happened to him. And since then, we've been going to the board meeting to try to sit down again and finish our dialogue. Now, we did some of the POMs. I wasn't there, but we did sit down now with Bizard. But he said that he will not demolish the building and the library, but we don't have it in writing. So now what we want is finish that dialogue with Bizard, and we need another meeting to finish the dialogue for the lease, because we haven't signed the lease, because the lease is not on our benefit, so we need to negotiate to have it better for both of us. I'm not only thinking of, what's going to benefit us. It's also what's going to benefit them. But the way they throw it at us, they said they were giving it to us the building the way SS is, when we have the money, we have the leftovers of the demolition, the money that we're going to use for the demolition, we had that money, and the state gave us $200,000. So as of right now, we have $564,000 the CPS has that was allocated from here. The Heuerman said that. So this is what we need. We need the meeting with Mr. Bizarre, and hopefully he's listening to this, or somebody that knows him and will listen to this, sit with us, finish the dialogue with us, give us the money, and then all this would end. We will have our community center, we will have our library, and because this is English classes, this is to benefit the community. Why? To better our people, to better anybody from the community and people from other communities. We're not going to say, oh, this is limited to Whittier. No, this is for the community. And I honestly have another question. Mr. Bizarre is saying that he has to pay $150,000. And my question is, what is it that construction people did on one day that needs to, for him to pay $150,000 to fix what they did out of one day? Because they only went in there one day. So what damage did they did to the building in one day when they were just getting themselves ready to start? And then the second day, they did not go to work because we did what we needed to do to stop it. So my question is, where is this $150,000? And this is the point. This is why CPS needs to be transparent of everything that they're doing, because money is going to schools that have everything. And like I said, equally. If they're going to spend $100,000 in one school, they have to spend it to every single one school, every school in the city. And how are they spending it? That's my question, Mr. Bizarre. If you're listening, sit with us. Sit with us. Let us finish that dialogue. Let us sign our lease. Give us the money for the renovation of our field house, and we can have it ready for our kids for the next school year.
Thank you very much, Araceli. Thank you very much, Lisa. It's
You're
a
welcome.
pleasure to listen to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Araceli, where are we, and what do I see here?
Okay, this is our other room from La Casita. This is the room where we have our meetings, where we have our ESL classes, our Peace Circle. This is where we have all the
This is where it
action.
happens.
Yes, because the library stays, practically quiet for if kids go in and start reading, or if they're looking for books to be checked out. So this is where we are, and like we said, the sit-in, we're completely here 24/7. Community support. We don't leave this building empty for 1 minute. All the people that support us bring us food, bring us water, bring everything that we need.
So the people have been here since June 22nd. They're 24 hours a day demonstrating the importance that this building has for the Whittier community.
Exactly. We're here, and we will stay here until we will finish the dialogue with Mr. Bizarre.
Excellent. And not to mention, not everybody can come and stay 24 hours a day, but you're getting all kinds of support. We see supplies everywhere that you're getting from people in the community who are bringing in support.
Yes, this is the thing we need. We're being able to do this successfully because of the help from the activists, from the community, because as we can see, we are mothers. First of all, we are mothers. We're here. We need to go. I'm a worker mom. I'm only one parent, so then I need to go to work full-time. Moms need to go home, take care of their kids. So yes, this is being a success because of the help with community, activists, anybody that could come and donate their time. And this is when we go for a couple hours, come back, spend the night, and we all take turns, because this is about communicating and helping, and this is just one fight for all of us.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Araceli, here we are outside in the fresh air. What are we seeing?
We're actually seeing, like, what is it that we need, the importance of CPS to do their job and give us our money that it was already allocated for the Casita. As you can see, the roof needs to be fixed, and this is one of the main things. We are not hiding that the building is in perfect conditions. We've been saying it needs to be renovated, and this is proof.
Absolutely. I think so.
We need our money. We need our money. CPS, you have the money that was allocated for the La Casita, so give it to us.
You've been watching Community Forum, a community service of CAN TV. Thanks for joining us directly from La Casita at Whittier School in the Pilsen neighborhood.